Hey everyone. Today we will be working on stuff. Namely a game? Probably. Who knows? Something might happen. Welcome, welcome. So last time we started on unique cases. So the thing with unique cases that we have to see here. Let's see. Type. You might want to keep that in mind. There's going to be a 11.3 output. It's quite annoying, isn't it? Because here we have 9. Magazine capacity is already at 0. I think that looks good. What else? So now that we have this, we can start determining. 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 Where do you even get magazine capacity? Any cases, mass, magazine capacity. Yeah, it's on unique cases. Okay, very confused. So here, what we're gonna have to do then is start taking those variables. It's called main. Alright, so that's there. Well, that's a bit weird. What? Wow, wait. What was that? That is, interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if that's, supposed to be defined behavior, but... Wow, that is something. We have clip type, magazine type, main type. So that's easily determined. Over here we can do thing. Alright. So now that we have that, that should load in at the bottom. Click bot. I don't see any reason to need this if we already have above. So we can just go back. So that's our modification to the unique type. And clip type I think uses clip. Let's see here. Clip type, clip dimension. Right, so that uses the dimension here that we determined. So nothing terrible is happening there. Good to know. Now back to check all arrangements. This is the one that we want to deal with. So here I had the problem where I couldn't get the magazine capacity, main type, and stuff. But now we do have it, so that's good to know. And then we're just gonna load that in just to make sure. Okay. So now that we have that laid out for ourselves, we need to make sure that everything fits into the box in the orientation that we decided in, which we already did in the unique case. So let's just take that. Could have done a bit faster. No big deal though. And let's just copy our new definition so we don't confuse ourselves a bit too hard. Well, that's great. Next up is to determine this based on the class. So right now we have the box dimensions. And here we have to do special case for case 2, just in case it is a equip type and dimensions don't fit. So that's the reason why we need to do something like that. What else is new? That's the first part that I kind of have to deal with there. Let's check my Mastodon page to see if it's working. I got a fault. Nice. Alright, well that's out of the way. For case, just for case 2, just in case. Blah, blah, blah. 0, 1, 2. Unique cases, compare parent class. And that's just the case 2. Unique cases. That's gonna be I'm just flabbergasted. Like, what is this? Hello? I can't believe this is a thing. Maybe I mean, my computer's been on for too long, but man, that's interesting. That's normal. Okay, that's not normal. Oh, it's like that. What? Well, that's an interesting thing to know, actually. Control click. Shift click. As cursed. So unique cases, I11. So we're going to return the results. The type here is already kind of implemented by us. Nothing to be scared about there, I think. Open another tab. That was interesting. Pattern. Kinda gonna do the same thing. We're kinda gonna do the same thing with results. With result. With results. We get a clip dimension. You are going to get sent to the clip dimension. You are gonna get sent to the clip dimension. You are going to get sent to the clip dimension. Like that. Take my heart with you. Is something wrong? Okay. I just typed wrong. Right, so they're all in the same orientation. Tu madre. Alright. Your length 1. I guess we can do something else here. There's a lot of variables that are being made. Huh. Need to do... It's not what we want. Not what we want. Also not determined, apparently. Interesting, interesting. But that should all be there. Is it not determined in the scope? What? Okay, I guess that's from the boxes stuff. That's not necessarily from what we can't see. You know? Clip results over here. Great. Oh, we can actually kind of determine that. It's pretty simple. So we just do compare length 1 here. Alright, so that should be pretty simple. This should work out, and then it should spit out that result. And then from here, now that we have here dimensions, compare. So we're going to do one big fat if statement. I think we're gonna like slap out like the negative numbers. Or take out all positive numbers, probably. No, I think that's a pretty good determiner to start with. If compare actual length, probably. greater than box length. Do we actually have it? Called length box. Why did I call it length box? Okay. Well, those are my interesting past decisions. This is all pretty simple comparisons. Nothing much of note. So again, we're just determining if everything kind of fits inside. Not too much that's super duper interesting. Our actual length box, actual height box, actual width. Hi Mindra, welcome. I also agree with Turtle. That makes sense. So once we have that, we can pass. If true. And this should have two different outputs, depending on what happens. Let me see what I wrote before. Hi Santos Doggo. I also agree with Turtle. That makes sense. A turtle is different from a tortoise. Or are they? What are your favorite turtles? By the way, magazine type, could type. If one. This one is if it fits in the box. Otherwise, if it doesn't. We want to find like the biggest common denominator among what fits and what doesn't. So let us take a area that we want. So current class length 1 with type. This is not documented well enough. At least not when I'm trying to verbally read it, as I am right now. So unique case, current class, length 1 with 1, S1, magazine capacity, new type, click type. That makes sense. I don't know why I'm reading that. So if true, then nothing bad happens. But if false, then we have to return something. So we're gonna get var dimensions, and then we're gonna have a little array here. And how we're gonna determine over this array, we're just gonna cut things slightly. But how we're gonna do that is probably Going to have the link box, link box, link box. So compare actual. Var adjust height. Adjust height, width probably first. This case we have adjust length. Is there a simple way to do this? My brain is not coming up with specific methods that would be useful. Huh. But in this case, it's pretty simple because we can just have their actual length. The other way that I'm thinking is because we can't really do absolute. I don't know if there's a quick command to reject negative numbers in Godot and GDScript. If there is, that'd be cool. Do let me know. Great. This is pretty easy. Easy part. And then we kind of stuff the bad dimensions into a pretty simple arrangement. You can just have its length, adjust width, and adjust height. It's going to be part of that function there. Great. What's next? So once we have that, we should have a results array as a result, of course. So this is going to help carry us. Returns this to the array to process later. That should be bad, and then you should have the adjusted box after this, and then you finally have the fitting step. We can actually use the result array within this function, although I don't know how much we want to bloat its specific function in particular. But that's a totally different discussion to be having. So once we have this, we can append it to our results array. And once we get out of this for loop that we have here, now we have an array of items that don't fit, we can process. return result array. So we should kind of be having that there. Cool. We have check all arrangements. That does the quick check. Actually, this might be a bit more interesting than I thought. The reason why it might be a bit more interesting is because we already created the box here. Created the length, width, and height of this box. If this returns the differences, then that's interesting. Okay, let me think. Yeah, we should probably... Yeah. We should process it in here, then. I think that makes the most sense. If I wanted to kind of compartmentalize this, then I would have to split this into, like, 3 different functions. We might as well make one thick function, as they say. But we can start by increasing certain dimensions until that dimension's big. And we can actually kind of see what's going on, because the reason why is because we're like picking specifically what needs to be changed. Or we should actually process the result array first. What do you think? Process results array by simplifying into the biggest change required. We can actually do that by changing this entire function into a much simpler case, which you guys would do in high school. This is the high schooler solution. Doesn't need to be sophisticated in that case. Okay. So we don't need the results array then. So we should just have a small nested if statement though, in that case. Cool stuff. Sub and super count inserts. That's a really interesting question. I remember, I think it was Jordan? He's donated, but yeah, I'll get to your question later. That's a really interesting topic in terms of firearm design that we might probably be going into. Here, just length. Okay. Determine max change needed. I'm actually not sure why we need something like that. Well, this part's needed, because we haven't determined that before. But yeah, that's really interesting. Whoops. I sent myself to the wrong page. Cool. Back to the stream monitor. Just with just Boolean. Probably what we're gonna need. If anyone noticed, I am not in the mood for an elegant solution. Or if you want to help me write it, you can. Brain is just not wired for that at the current moment. I really have to sit down and think for something like that. So now that we have this, if just length is greater than you all seen something like this before. Yeah, it's nothing fancy. It works. Might be ugly, but it works. This is a feature that does not have to be optimized at all, so... Well, it might be, actually. It actually brings up an interesting question. Like, if the AI needs to use auto-designers, like, how optimized does it have to be? Or is the player kind of willing to wait, because it makes sense for you to wait? Just width. Especially if you're processing longer turns as well. Have the design step be a different step, like once every 5-day increments, kind of like Aurora. Next is just width. So the same for height here. Cool. Now that we have that, we don't need this anymore. Now that we have the biggest change required, now that we have this, it's processing stuff. Actually, if we have this, yeah, we should try to fit each orientation. This should be done for both orientations. What is my brain missing? Yeah, so you should always try to fit both orientations inside first, before you actually do any changing. I have to actually determine the orientation. Yeah, just to do our quick check again. just to make sure that we aren't being silly. Upright is 1, sideways is 2. On my notes on this side. I would make it become done twice. Because if you want like something upright, someone sideways, you don't want both to happen. So I guess we have to do kind of like input the end state as well as a result, and then we can process that too. If comparatively, right? Plus. I have to use this as reference. Geometry problems are definitely some of them. May the spirit of Pythagoras bless me. As the people say. Magazine type. You can actually do the box processing step first. So the box processing step, what we want to do step 1. Alright, increasing dimensions to make the largest item fit. And this is based on so A, that's going to go through increase, B, height increase, C, width increase. We're going to return result, and then do a bunch of small auto designing. For each item as packing. So that makes sense. Very cool. Does anyone else like their pork chops medium rare? Medium rare chicken. Turtle emote if you agree. So, right, the length increase, height increase. Start with the length increase stuff. So we are going to kind of stack things. So we're going to start with new length, new width, and new height. So what that is going to do is we're going to take length plus the length of units. What else? So once we have that, what we want to do, new length, new width, new height. Of our new box length. Yeah, we are not being very efficient. So here we're gonna have to take this box, last box. And we're gonna kind of try not to take that. So how we're gonna take that? Well, let's just take this first. Length 1, main component 1. Length 2, length 3. Get the length box. It's actually not that bad. You can instantly put it in here. You just have to remember this step. So we have to do while new box length is less than box length. Yeah. Last night me what I was thinking about that. That is definitely one of the ways that I did things of all time. Also, do make sure to check out the game if you're interested. It's in the description below. Box length, less than your box. Max just length. I don't need a... Forgot that I don't need this. So it's a while loop. So this goes inside the while loop. This is a slightly more efficient way than putting in 3 while loops. There is. I know that there is. I'm just incapable of thinking while streaming. Pretty terrible at multitasking. 3 versus 0. So we know that. Oh shit. Hey Altitude, what's up? Thanks for liking the stream. I also agree with Turtle. That is true. We are continuing work on the Crate Auto Designer Advanced Plus. This problem was a lot harder than it seems in terms of code-wise. Should be $30 DLC, that's true. I agree. People should be paying for auto designers. Otherwise you have to design everything manually with 10,000 different sliders. It's a great way to raise funds. So now that we have this, we should have length 1. That's the new length. Why is it not seeing it? Huh? Interesting. Interesting. What is it doing? Why is it not showing up? That's a bit concerning. Oh no, wait, I'm stupid. Yeah, so just in case, we don't need to do this if all of this is nothing bad happened. So if design, what was it? I already triggered the adjust boolean here. Great. Yeah, how's your day been at altitude? I see that you have fixed your sleep schedule. With new height. Meh. That sucks. Why is that? Should be good, at least. Only we need to process this part. That's the only part that matters. Because only the length is being affected in this step. Oh, there's nothing data defining? Okay. Now it's your time to book a random plane ticket. Travel to a new location. With half of your luggage being prepared for any weather scenario that you run into. Or all of it, rather. Fun times. Possibly, depending on where you go. I see. Makes sense, makes sense. Hopefully there's things nearby, though. Free bus passes should be mandatory. In spirit. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, transit doesn't usually run for so long in many places. That is true, that is true. Probably only do like one pass of this. Huh. Yo, it's Sabahu. The real gang is back. This is great background noise. You have came to possibly the right place. So now that we have this, for actual length, actual height. So length stays constant. It's one thing that we can take advantage of. Quick type, loosen that. On this particular implementation, it's not going to be the most efficient, but it works. Mass box here. We don't need this. So what we want is not length box. It's gonna be new box length, and then new length. And then that should return something good, basically. So now we got the new length. We don't need the height. What is going on in the world? Alright, notifications cleared. Now we have, what's it, width increase that. I'm pretty sure width is very constant in all this, so we don't have to worry, no matter what the orientation is. So we're just gonna copy. There should be a mechanical keyboard switch that switches mechanically only when the control key is pressed down. So that when you press Control C and Control V, you should have a different tactile feedback. Is relevant for all of them. Box width. That's done, basically. And then push guns. Yeah. Push-guns are actually very normal. Well, not normal, because you usually don't push them that much. You have to introduce the horsey. But yeah, bigger guns are definitely a thing that will be coming along the way. We should have something like this. New box height. Height box. I love large caliber machine guns. That's true. Large caliber machine guns are based in the kinetic energy law of dealing more damage class to soft targets. Also, large caliber machine guns are really good at light armor vehicles. Casually destroys your early armored car. Flash tank. For clip results, get clip dimension, get no clipped into the clip dimension, as people say. Mastodon. 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 It's number 1 here. I think that's good. Okay, so we're done all of these steps. Okay, so now that we have the finalized box. Okay, so we need to do the if statement first. Let's tuck all of this into a nice warm place. That's not very good. There we go. What happens if you cross a chicken on a road? So that should be good. Return. So initially new height. Damn, you would run over a chicken like that? Crazy. Well, Altitude is the one who's getting a fried chicken sandwich. That's fair. For a not very Costco rotisserie chicken. All this should be in line. So once we have this, we should return actual height. You should also calculate the mass as well at the end, which would make sense. But actual, you know, it's new length. Sorry. New box. So that's gonna help us. So we're finally almost done this accursed function. Box length, new box width. We should already start with the, start with the original width, just to make sure. Once we have that, we have new box length, new box width, new box height. Great. Finally, once again, mass, bar, final box mass, and we need to process that once again. That also depends on this interesting function. Great. We actually don't need this variable anymore. Just determine. work. Should is the big keyword. Yeah, early era Rixas gameplay is going to be hype. Because no one has ever seen actual early era combat. Early modern combat. There's a big gap in between. I actually don't know. What's the gap in the gaming time period? Because I know that there's definitely stuff beyond Napoleonic. Like early 19th century. I guess there's Victoria, but Victoria doesn't. Yeah, it still has the same issue where it doesn't display small-scale combat in Victoria. The Rixas does plug a gap that exists. Yeah, it's really different. And they also don't really portray like the order systems in those early periods as well. Like they don't showcase like orders being conveyed through heliograph. Yeah, they don't convey like the early cavalry dynamic, where cavalry was still viable during the rifle period. And that's also very interesting. Yeah, heliograph is going to be a mainstay item in early Rixas. It's basically a thing that transmits the sun as Morse code using a lens. You also need a proper receiver though. So you need to make sure you have contact with the other heliograph station that you want to contact so they can actually receive your beams of light, and they translate that to Morse code, and then that's a pretty interesting way. You kind of hear it a lot in like a lot of outposts. Like a pretty famous not story or event that uses the heliograph is, what is it? It was like the Sikh defense of an outpost in India, where like the last guy alive basically transmitted what was happening. Yeah, it was during the British Raj, but there's like a post. Let me search it up. Sikh defense, all people dead. British Raj. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's the Battle of Saragari. Like the thing that the guy used to transmit the message was the heliograph. I think that's the most famous example. Yeah, heliographs were used throughout though. I think it was also during the Boer War as well. You can see, or in the Second Boer War, you'll see some pictures of people using the heliograph. It's really clever as well because it's during the day, and you can also mask that you're giving out the signal because it's already really bright out. Early wireless communications. all that. That makes sense. Well, no. True. In actuality, you can do like the same thing as a heliograph at night, but with like a spotlight. But of course, that would give away your position. We also use a lot of signal flares. Sometimes it doesn't matter if your communications are intercepted or not. It's going to be a real French World War II planning moment right there as well. It's true. Advancing so quickly. The moral of the story is outflanking. Next one, new length, new width, new height. I'm gonna carry that information forward so I don't get annoyed. Use the unique cases again. Will be somewhat fun. Not very fun. Wait, why did I do that? Why do you even do all that? Yeah, that can be simplified quite a bit. Wait a second. I was thinking of stuff I did yesterday. So if that's not the case, we are simply going to return. Alright, so I've finally done that part. Anyways, other cool stats. The Rixas Reddit grew by 19 people. And the Discord has blown up. Simply. That's because of people doing word of mouth for the Discord. It's done. Now that this part is done, going to put things together to do box fitting. We actually need to start with what's the heaviest thing as well. The bunk. Fit. Bunk fit. Yeah, we actually could do that. Just make sure that everything works first. We don't get heartbroken. Check all arrangements. Yeah. Temp result. Station index. Print results. Okay. Well, this is going to be one of the moments of what should be the priority? Let's say, I don't know, 30, 30. Let's do. You're upright. Oh, okay. We get cool. Fix that. Try again. I should design a box first. Test box and shell. Yeah. Cartridge. Yeah. They're melted? What do you mean? Oh shit, that sucks. Did you manage to catch the error message? That's pretty important in determining what you would need to fix in the future. Yikes. Hopefully your computer survives. Just do that sometimes. Yeah, that's not good. $360, $360, $360. 2. Okay. Now let's get the equivalent. And then the advanced dot designer. Should output the same thing. Right? No? Oh, I did the thing again. At least I got a bit farther this time. Save. That is a thing. How did I forget that? That's pretty funny. Orientation, right. Whoops. Wrong one. List. Cool. Different bug. Diameter on base nil. Alright, let's try to see what's happening there. Bug hunt, bug hunt. I have to do this anyways. Oh, sucks. Diameter. Why is it null? How was your day? That's true. Been going well. Just studying, slightly working out. And this, so things are looking up. Where's auto design array? It's a big part of the mess that's going on here. Okay, so that chooses temp index. Where's temp index? Temp index is 0. And it chooses the first one within that. That's going to choose 8mm x 58mm belf and 10. Could work. No, it doesn't. Probably some syntax that I'm missing. Mass toted. Then cartridge. Load cartridge. Goes on array, 0. 8mm stealth. Yeah, so that short part should work. I don't know why it's no. Let's go. Yeah. Maybe something wrong with my load cartridge. Cartridge box.new. Cartridge array. Global info. Cartridge array z. Dot duplicate. Put a breakpoint there. Annoying. At least we can see what's happening. Two. Right. So the name is 8mm X L. Oh, that's why. I forgot the return statement. Amazing. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. If this works, then what's happening? Oh, wow. Okay. Stroke. Relatable. GitHub. Now, shotgun shells are normal shells. If you make them pellets, all the pellets stick together. They're all friends. Yes, the pellets are magnets. They like working together. They believe in the power of friendship. Right, so you can try that again. This one 30, 32. Upright. Oh, nice. That not trigger before. Very confused. Four-gauge shotgun, true. Shotguns are cool. You want the standard bolt-action shotgun. That's what kids like these days. Should change this entire grid. Gonna mess everything up though. It's gonna be kind of annoying. Struggle with different design choices. Print something. Three 360, 162, 50.68, 3032. Let me see. Whoa, it's the exact same, guys. Look at that. I'm a genius. Hey guys. What is Rixas? If you're saying this, this is not me. Rixas is a free forever grand strategy game where you control everything about your army, air force, and navy. You can check the link in the description for some more information if you want to try out the current public version. If you're interested in the testing version, you can join the Discord, also in below. Yeah, a pretty revolutionary game. Yeah, geniusness, except for the parts where... Let me try something. I think for hardware, the reason why is because... Yeah. I rendered that to the nearest... millimeter, I believe. That looks correct. 360, 360, 162. Okay, so it does work. That's crazy. I actually didn't believe that that would work. I'm cracked at programming. Yes, this is the Godot engine. The reason why you can tell it's the Godot engine is this top left corner and also the cute robot icon, which is the logo. There's no reason not to use like a predefined engine if it meets all your needs. Yeah, it's White 4 but cooler. Thank you, Altitude. Well, for some people, people who play Rixas are interesting. including myself. So we have all of that. So now we can go into the next function. So apparently I coded the rest of this thing without any bugs, which is crazy. Let's actually test another case first, just to make sure I'm not dreaming that I'm a cool person. Oops. I believe it was, yeah, make a hardwood box. So we're gonna choose this one. The 5-round stripper clip. Well, I think the reason why the mass was lower was because we were using, we're selecting probably one of the lighter ones. So that's probably why that happened. It's basic auto designer. Oh, that's 2 meters. Crazy. 2 meters, 36 by 60. Interesting. So let's just try to see. Let's create a clip. Should save. Very nice. And then let's make a new one. So you can use the same function. 3031 upright. Design. So let's check the values. Let's compare them. Yeah, so right now we are currently working on the logistical aspect. So what makes Rixas very different from other grand strategy games is that if you've ever played Hoi 4 or Civilization or those other popular titles, you'll know that when like shipping supplies, you only really see your combat units. Your actual trade, your shipping, it's all like you can technically see it on the map, but you actually can't really control it. So the difference with Rixas is that you have these logistical units that actually carry real supplies. So right now this is like a crate designer. I'm currently working on the auto design, so that's much easier for player use with a few clicks. And the reason why you need these crates is, first of all, it doesn't make sense to have simply the volume and the mass of whatever you're trying to carry. And the reason for that is that it's really, like when you're shipping it from the factory onto trains and onto trucks, first of all, the dimensions of all those are very different. And second of all, there's a really big difference between loose equipment, like if I had like a few guns laying around, like a pile of them, it's really different from carrying a bunch of guns that are stacked together and then a box of guns, because that's much easier to handle. Much fewer people can carry that because it makes sense. And another reason is because of your world history. So depending on what happened, like right now, even today, people, nations haven't even decided on a single rail gauge yet, especially in Europe. Well, there's 2 different competing ones, but the main point of that I want to convey is like with road size, stuff like that, like vehicles are going to differ. And especially if you're going to be taking civilian vehicles as well, then you kind of have to account for that too. Yeah, thanks for the question. So sorry, I'm confused. Is this gameplay like a click-based strategy game? This is part of like a designer. So actual gameplay, this is part of the gameplay. So right now you can design anything from propellant, cartridge, the different parts of a firearm or gun. And then the loadout and stuff. And right now it's a pretty simple testing map. Wait for that to load. I'm sure I can make them more optimized. Blue circle. So yeah, here you can see some basic terrain gen and then some different terrain types. There's a few more terrain types. I just haven't used them yet. Like there's roads and stuff. But I've kind of put them on the back burner for now, because especially since we changed the map size scale. Different elevation and stuff. There's some basic combat as well, but that takes a little bit to set up. It's not wildly impressive yet. Interesting. Right now units can dig fortifications and create defense lines, but so that's interesting. That's kind of the gist of what's going on. Anyways, I happened to make that work. Oh shit, close the game. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, our output got deleted as well. Let me go back to testing. For some reason my eyes could not see that. With that index. Output. Quick. Do 840, 369, 60. Alright, let's go. The mass is off though. Let's check the mass for that. The mass is just wrong. Where is what I want? Mass 1 plus mass 2 times magazine capacity times new length, new width, new height. Yeah, so there might be something wrong with that part. Should not be 2.5. What was my inspiration? Me. Mostly me, I guess. But also, I guess, there's some inspiration from Aurora, definitely. Rule the Waves. Those types of games. I guess I might be stealing some stuff from Koi as well. Who knows? But yeah, I've always wanted this since I was a kid, so makes sense. Like this general idea, and also world building and stuff, so that's all pretty fun. Yeah, the scripting language is really clean, really nice. It's basically Python, but if it was cleaner. Well, I mean like, yeah, Python but cleaner. It's very easy to decipher what's going on. Basically built for game dev as well. Yeah, so there will be Navy and Air Force as well in the future. So all branches, basically. I'm going to capture Combined Arms Warfare as best as I can. .02, 0.02. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. What? No way that's 2.5. Yeah, obviously in the future, when the team kind of expands and grows and more work can be put in, it's very doable. Like, definitely not planning to do every single thing myself. That's just not very realistic. Node-based? Yes, it's very node-based. You can attach scripts to every single node. It's pretty object-oriented in a good way, if you want to use some of that aspect. And also, like, things with UI as well, it's pretty industry standard. If you've ever used Qt before to develop web applications or desktop applications, the workflow is pretty in line in terms of like developing UI. That's pretty good if you have industry experience as well. This is wrong. 2.5. Mass 1 plus mass 2. Which one is that? So mass 1 is the clip. Mass 2 is that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not my calculator. I guess something that we can do first is check whatever these are. $331, yeah, I don't see any problems. So in actuality, you just pull out wait, sorry. Did you mean node-based programming by visual scripting? I kinda didn't understand what you meant. I think you might have meant that. Did you mean like something like Scratch or there is a visual scripting extension, but that's an extension. Yeah, like you found. Yeah, there's an extension for that that's being updated, I think. That's one way you could do it. I tend to not like visual scripting that much though. It's just feels like a bit of bloat. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to navigate the web because you can make literal spaghetti with it. I remember trying to work with those. It's very difficult. It's Well, I mean, it's slower. Slower than typing by hand what you want. 619 plus 0.028155 minus 5. So we have that times 900. Yeah. Kinda don't see how that's happening. Doesn't make sense. So what we'll put here. I think the magazine capacity is the one that's a bit faulty. Zero? What? That's a great question. But how long it took me to learn? I would say that it took me like a few months to a year to learn. That was a long time ago. In terms of previous program experience, yeah, I had quite a bit, but most of that was like self-taught back in the day when I was younger, and then also not having like the best understanding the best programming methods. Like I knew how to code what I wanted, but it wasn't efficient or good in any way. Yeah, I think at that point, how much experience did I have? Yeah, at that point I had like five years of casual programming experience. Now I have more, and it's like more formalized programming experience, so I'm definitely a lot better, but still learning, of course. Magazine capacity is 0? Excuse me? Let's go back and check what in the world's happening. Yeah, I don't see it here. Oh, did I not load it? Okay. That's probably why. I guess I overlooked that part. Alright, there we go. I'm glad I checked. Alright, yeah. That's a much closer value to what I want. So that works basically. My close, I mean, it is. Okay, so now we can actually get on to the final section, which is packing. Yeah, so return result and do a bunch of small auto designs for each of us packing. That's what I wrote for myself. Thank you, passed me. It should be in this tab. Check the names. Any cases? All design packing. This one's different. One thing that's also important is just try to build what you want to do, and then only look at like a tutorial or like a FAQ if you need to. Like I would prefer if you looked more at forum questions rather than just tutorial videos, since that's not very helpful for you to learn. And I think that would be the main reason why I have a lot of skill, is because I actually kind of know what I'm doing and what every line of code that I write does. And if I don't, and I actually need to grab something online, then I take the time to understand it. And that's especially true for this project, because there's no baked-in implementation that really works, or something like this. New box length. Let's just check. Magazine/clip. So if I have this, and then I have this, yeah, Godot is really easy to jump into, for sure. I know that people really like UE5, so I definitely see that as a good option as well. Especially right now, Godot's kind of still in its infancy for doing some stuff, so makes sense. Oh, that's hilarious. It'd still be the same. Huh? Okay. 369. I have anything previous to compare it to? Maybe it's because the cartridges are really tall. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, people definitely have. I kind of jumped on Godot pretty early, so I never really went on Unity. It wasn't my preference anyways. I didn't like the Unity workflow that much. So, pretty happy that I picked the right bet. $30.31. I'm guessing this one will also be pretty different. Now it's to fit more things inside. Makes sense. Wait, what? What is this? Let me check the cartridge first. And 10. How long is it? Yeah, I guess 81mm is a bit too long for the sideways clip. Makes sense. Yeah, so this game has been in development for a pretty long time, actually. Pretty embarrassing. When did I start? I started coming up with the idea, well, the formal idea, and the name and stuff in 2019. It's been 4 years since then. And I restarted the project in 2022. I basically had to refactor the whole thing, as I learned a lot of stuff. So this iteration of the project has been in development for about 1 year, I would say. Quickly approaching 2, I think. And I've stopped being a solo dev pretty recently. There's a new developer. But he's mainly focused on the back-end stuff and not the gameplay. And in terms of release dates, it's kind of hard to say. There's always going to be playable versions of this game because the way the game's going to develop is going to be pretty different. It's basically impossible to do the full version on the first step, like most games. So I guess iteratively, but I'm thinking that the full product that I would want to consider to be like a technically full release, I'm guessing probably like in 10 years maybe. That's like a lowball estimate. Because one of my other inspirations for kind of developing this, it's still in development, but people really love it because it's just playable versions, just updates that change the game completely. But Aurora has been in development for like 30 years. It's an amazing game. I guess being in like a fully playable state where you can basically have a full game loop is kind of different from being in pure development. Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. Definitely difficult. And I think definitely the team will expand though, so I think it will be faster. Should be faster. This is also like a passion project, so there's no, obviously no financial pressure to try to make it with deadlines, no corporate interests, so good stuff. I've been trying to contact. I'm in contact with. Trying to be in contact with the military to try to get some things done for some information as well. Not non-classified, of course, but yeah. I've been really busy lately, so I haven't been able to try to continue on my search there. I've had some good conversations, though. Yeah, water heaters. Water heaters are very important, especially in fuel efficiency. So on most field kitchens, and especially ones in water as well, you have the sleeved water kettles, which are basically very large cooking apparatuses. Or if you have a giant pot, then you stick a water heater inside that to bring that to a boil. So yeah, a lot of army cooking isn't done on stoves, so that's what a water heater is. It's just to help heat stuff quickly and bring things to a boil. That's fun. Cooking efficiency percentage is a thing. So I'll design packing. Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting little thing to do. Design packing. So, one, grab auto design, brain, and process dimension. That's two. Yeah, a lot of this is actually pretty useless for now. Maybe in the future with crazier auto designers, it's pretty different. Some of the stuff we don't need. We could actually call two different unique cases. Now that I think about it. Oh, I actually might be a genius. I just have to call it twice. A function twice with two different parameters. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be enjoying food in the fridge. So I think now's a good time to end things on a high note. A lot of progress has been made. This auto designer should be done pretty soon. Yesterday and today, we did the bulk of all the crazy stuff. But yeah, hope you all have a great night. See you all later. Remember to sklike and bribe. Yeah, so after the box stuff, what's done next? So we're gonna do the crates loadout stuff. So that's also gonna be tied to this. Especially the auto designer, it's gonna auto create crate loadouts. And And then after that, it's going to be the fun part. We're going to start making logistical units AI. We're actually going to have the logistical companies and then how they interact with normal companies. And we can start developing cool clickbaits, GIFs and images and videos. And that's how we're going to get new players. That's the main motivation. All right, have a great night, guys.